Today we will be driving from Bucharest to Transylvania. On our way we will visit two of Romania's iconic castles, starting off with Peles Castle and continuing with Bran Castle, or as you might know it, Dracula Castle. We will then finish our tour in Transylvania's beautiful city of Brasov. Good morning, folks. It's an early start for us today. We will be taking the bus to Dracula Castle, Brasov, and Peles Castle. So let's see what Transylvania has to offer. Let's go. Got the bus to ourselves.
Go to the mountains, to the so-called Dracula Castle. Tonight, whenever we back in Bucharest, go to search for a place to find something to eat as a dinner. In the old town, you'll see there are some ruins in there. Those ruins, they are the ruins of the former ruling palace of Dracula, the leader of Wallachia, ruling Wallachia from Bucharest, probably buried inside of this monastery of Stagov. I'm saying probably because, again, there were not too many DNA tests 600 years ago. Not in Wallachia, at least. Nobody was able to prove, scientifically speaking, that that's where Dracula is buried. We only rely on what's written on the grave and on some certain historical documents. But if it's for us to believe what those inscriptions they say, this definitely supports the idea that probably the real Vlad Dracula, he never really stepped inside of this so-called Dracula Castle that we'll visit today. Right now we are approaching again Peles Castle. Peles Castle, it has been built to be used as a summer residence by Karol I, and he was German, coming from Bavaria.
We have just arrived at Peles Castle after about a 2-hour drive from Bucharest, and our tour guide, he's amazing, he really is. I think he's taught, I would say like 50,000 words by now, and it's only 9 a.m. And it's one of 3 stops, so let's see how it goes.
Now, regarding the visit of the building, as I told you several times in the bus, we should decide what kind of tour we should take. Standard tour, it allows customers to see the first floor reception halls. It's 50 lei, 12.5 if you have student cards in original on yourself. Where have we met here?
Our tour guide is now getting the tickets, which is really handy because that means that we don't have to queue. And apparently, well, he's been doing this for 12 years. He knows the guys at the entrance, so hopefully we'll get in quickly. But so far, there are not too many tourists. I would have expected to be more, to be honest. Well, we're early, yeah, and it's only our first stop at Bran Castle or Dracula Castle. I believe it will be much busier. Yeah. Also, it is a public holiday today in Bulgaria, and many Bulgarians will probably be here. And it's Sunday as well, which means that there are also probably like double the tourists. So let's see what time we actually get home. We also had to get our own breakfast, but we didn't have to. We don't have much time here, and also at the different spots. So I got this whatever bread. I'm calling it's a bread, but it's more of a. To be honest, I think it's just more like a cake, but I'm selling it to myself as bread because it's breakfast. So yeah, it will be a very nutritious day today. Yeah, but there's cherry jam. Look, that's like one of your 5 a day.
Peles Castle is considered by many as one of the most stunning castles in Europe, and it is actually a masterpiece of German New Renaissance architecture. Peles Castle was built by the first king of Romania, Carol I, between 1873 and 1914. By 1883, the year of its inauguration, it was used as a summer residence. Peles Castle draws its name from the neighbouring Peles Creek, which passes right through the courtyard. It was the first European castle to have electricity provided by its own power plant.
From all around Europe, there are weapons displayed here as part of the weapon collection. By far, the most impressive item of this weapon collection is this full set of armor, horse and knight, dating back from the 14th century. It's made in a Maximilian style. On that stage, but on a different piano, Queen Elizabeth and George Enescu, the composer that I was telling you earlier about, they used to perform.
That was Peles Castle. It was very impressive, I must admit. I'm not sure if you can go actually like individually or if you have to go in a group. Like we've just seen so many groups. It was like one like group of tourists after another, and it's not like you can really take your time in every single section of the castle because it's so mobbed, but can highly recommend. Also, we did the extended tour. We paid 100 lei instead of 50 for the standard, and I think it was worth it. Yeah, yeah, 100 each it was.
Transylvania lies in central Romania and is known for its stunning landscape and beautiful castles. Tourists also come here for wildlife watching. Romania has the largest brown bear population in Europe. There are around 6,000 bears, 3,000 wolves and 2,000 lynx living in the Carpathian Mountains.
I'm suggesting again to take the tour first of all.
So we have decided that the meeting point will be here rather than at the bus, just to make sure that we all meet actually at the time. It's pretty strict with the times.
It's a quarter to one.
Bran Castle has a long history. The castle's construction was completed in 1388. The castle served the role of customs, holding 3% of goods transferring in and out of Transylvania, and the role of a fortress. The castle stood at the eastern border of Transylvania and was used in an attempt to stop the Ottoman Empire's expansion. Commonly known as Dracula's Castle, it is marketed as the home of the title character in Bram Stoker's Dracula, but there is no evidence that Stoker knew anything about this castle. Scholars, however, have suggested that Bram Stoker's fictional vampire Dracula was based on the very real Transylvania-born Vlad III Dracula.
The door is very short. Watch your heads, guys. Don't crush your heads inside of the Dracula.
Yeah, this is actually.
So that was Bran Castle. As the tour guide said, Peles Castle is, I would say, more impressive. But it's well worth a visit. Bran Castle, definitely. Would you recommend going, Shannon?
I think it was good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I would go back as well. Yeah, like it's honestly, it's so crowded. Like for every room you would have to wait a little, and you're never in a room yourself, as you've seen. And now we have about 30 minutes time before we need to go to the ticket office where we're going to meet the others to go to the next stop. We've just arrived at our last stop, which is Brasov. I only realised now how much I butchered the names before, so I do apologise to anyone. We will probably only have about an hour, just a bit longer maybe, here before heading back to Bucharest, so we won't be able to see everything, but let's see how much we can actually see of the town.
Brasov is located in the central part of the country, about 100 miles north of Bucharest and just under 240 miles from the Black Sea. It is surrounded by the southern Carpathians and is part of Transylvania. Around 240,000 people live in Brasov, making it the 6th most populous city in Romania. In Brasov, there is Romania's largest Gothic church, the Black Church. The church was built between 1385 and 1477 and was named for its charred appearance after the town's Great Fire in 1689. And the restoration of the church actually took a full century.
We only have half an hour left until we have to hop on back on the bus. So I'll just say goodbye now. Thanks for joining us, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!